How's it going, everyone? Nick from Comic Culture here. Happy new comic book day. It's time for the weekly haul. What did I pick up? Stay tuned and find out. Welcome back. Happy new comic book day again. Hope you all are well. I'm going to go over the comic book haul, things I picked up this week, what I'm reading, what I'm not, what I'm stacking right now, all in preparation for Nick at Night. My weekly non-spoiler comic book review show comes out on Saturdays. So in no particular order, let's go over the books I got. I got this awesome Jenny Frison Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 102. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. She does great covers all the time. Sometimes they get a cover like this and it just blows you away. Get this one. It is so clean, so nice. So I went ahead and picked up that one. Not reading that run, but it's just a gorgeous cover. Speaking of that, I might actually read this one. It's the Ashcan for TMNT Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Volume 2. This is that Ashcan cover. So clean. It is gorgeous in person. Pick this one up if you have it. It is awesome looking. Then I got one of those local comic book shop editions of 8 Billion Genies #1. It's kind of like a blank variant, right? It has the outline of the genie, but really nothing else. Very cool. I know shops are going to have lots of these kinds of things coming out, so get those if you can. One book I'm going to stack this week. I'm not sure, if I'm going to read it actually. It's actually Creepshow issue number 3. Issue number 1 was okay. Issue 2 really sucked. And so here's issue number 3. If I can get through all these books, I might flip through this one and see if it redeems itself in issue number 3, but issue number 2 is really bad. And we're kind of out of that spirit now, right? We're out of the Halloween time frame. We're getting into the fall, winter, and I'm just kind of not in that frame of mind anymore. So that was kind of a mistake, I think, for the release schedule for that book. Then we actually double dipped in 8 Billion Genies issue number 6. I got that B variant right here, and I also got the A cover as well. It's going to be in the stack here somewhere. Went ahead and got the facsimile of the week, Fantastic Four number 52. That first appearance of Black Panther. Went ahead and got those. I love that they're doing these variants. And I've been stacking all these. These are so cool. I want to go through them one day and read them and see what they're all about. Because I haven't read a lot of those classic runs. Let me know if you have. Are you really up to date on those classic runs? Are you reading your facsimiles? Or are you just bag and boarding them? Let me know what you guys are doing there. Then I got the Ashcan 4 Gargoyles issue number 1. Looking forward to this series right here. Big fan of this show when I was a kid. So excited it's coming out. Really looking forward to this one. This one doesn't have any dialogue, but it looks like it has some little articles and things like that inside of it. So pretty cool. Looking forward to that full release. And then we have Behold Behemoth. This is an awesome cover right here. I don't know if this is a reprint. It looks like it's a variant cover. It's this unfolding variant here. Such awesome artwork on that. It's just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. So it doesn't say it's a second print. It's probably just a variant that we just got in recently. It's like a number 7 variant, something like that. But very cool issue. I recommend picking this one up if you can find it in first print or second print coming out soon. Check this one out. It's a really cool book. Another local comic shop day. This is from Merc. This is Born of Blood issue number 1. This was limited to 2,000 copies. Interesting little Spartan story. I actually just read this one. This kind of goes over this princess growing up in Sparta and what she has to go through to become kind of a warrior in her community and in her society. Very interesting little book there. The FOC for that one is a little bit weird. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the next issues, but we'll see. Then we have Vanished number 3 from Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. Cool series so far. It's got like a real rock and roll attitude to it, of course, right? From that group. Very interesting, very cool. Just got done reading it, and it is action-packed and has a lot of world-building things in it. So looking forward to reading more Vanished. Looks like I just came across that 8 Billion Genies cover A. Very cool run. I don't know why I'm stacking A and B right now. It is a pretty cool run, though, so I am doing that. DC versus Vampires issue 11. Got those variants. And this week is Harley. I think the next week is going to be someone from the Bat family, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, these variants are pretty interesting. I don't know if they did these ones, these Zerdy ones. I wonder if they did these ones earlier on. I didn't really notice this until I think it was Barbara or someone like that with Batgirl. I don't really know. I don't think they did this from the beginning, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I need to go back and see, because that would be a cool set to collect. Just all those character spotlights there. Detective Comics 1066, interesting run, a little bit more supernatural. We'll see how that plays through. Interesting premise so far. And artwork is killer in this one too. Ron V's doing a heck of a job on that. Then we have Tom King and Greg Smallwood on The Human Target. This is issue number 9. Very, very cool run so far. Looking forward to getting more into this one. It's got a really cool pace to it. It doesn't do some of the things that Tom King gets criticized for in some of his runs. Very, very nice storytelling and storyboarding. Amazing art. Interesting, intriguing. I wonder if we're going to get some Batman in here because he's featured on the cover. So that's what I'm really excited for in this issue. Can't wait for that one. Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise. This is going to be an interesting book, just looking at the art style in here. It's going to be kind of trippy. I can't wait to get into it. I don't know who the artist is off the top of my head. Looks like it's Trad Moore. So we're going to get into this one. I heard some good stuff about it so far. It looks interesting. I want a good Doctor Strange book. Strange, which is out right now, it's just not doing it for me. I read the first several issues and just didn't click with it. This should be pretty cool though. Chip Zdarsky on Daredevil issue number 5. We got that behind the bars cover there too, very reminiscent of, I think it was 25, if I'm not mistaken, the last Daredevil run, issue 25. Very reminiscent of that. We actually got our encounter with Daredevil and Punisher in the last Punisher issue. We're going to see how far this book takes us, heading us into that direction as well. X-Men Proper with number 17 is out. I'm kind of fading on these X-Men books. I started with a whole bunch of them. I narrowed it down to just a couple different books. And so we're still riding with the main X-Men for right now, seeing what that one's all about. Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. This is issue number 3 of 6. Very cool run, very easy, very fast paced, very quick read. But it is pretty intriguing. It's about the Nazis resurrecting their fallen soldiers into like these zombie forms. And now we're diving more into Hitler and his addictions and things like that, and trying to set up some kind of trap for their resources and things like that. And it's a pretty cool little run. Pretty interesting run. Bruce Campbell's on this one, which caught my eye initially. And it's been pretty fun so far. So that is awesome. Peter Milligan on AWA Upshot number 4 of Sacrament. Very cool book. Again, it's just this weird story about how religion is perceived later in the future. We're interplanetary at that point, and there is an exorcism that's needed to be performed, and we have kind of this like fallen from the grace kind of past priest trying to do the job, and he comes across all kinds of crisis in faith moments and things like that. So he's trying to overcome that, take care of this exorcism he needs to take care of. And he's got a pupil that he's trying to kind of bring through the ranks as well. So it's a pretty cool book. It's balancing a lot of things. And Peter Milligan's doing a pretty good job with this one. We only got one more issue after that. Then we have Frank Miller Presents. We have some brand new books from FMP Publishing. We have Ronin Book 2, issue number 1. Now I think it was the original run was 6 issues. I have all those back here. I want to read all those first before I get into this. I feel like I need to, but I'm just loving the art in here. And yeah, it should be pretty cool. It should be pretty awesome. I don't know anything about this run, so I want to kind of get into the older stuff first before I dive in here. But the art looks pretty cool, and looks like Philip Tan is on that as well. So interested to get into this one, just not quite ready yet. It's got a hefty bound to it. It's very, very thick pages, very, very thick covers and back cover. So that's awesome. The original Ronin was more square bound and it was a little bit thicker. So it's in that vein at least, but I kind of wish they went to the square bound version to kind of match all that up. But it is what it is. Last book we got this week was Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, Jason Aaron. I read this one too. It's full of just this light humor mixed in with like this darkness as well. It's like an apocalypse story. This really hardened warrior kind of comes across this person that's been hiding the whole time during the apocalypse. And it's just the relationship between those two. And it's a really cool thing. There's a lot of cool balance in characters. And so there's an interesting humor part to it, but there's also a lot of seriousness mixed into it as well. And there's an awesome little cliffhanger twist at the very end of this issue. Very, very cool. So I'd recommend checking this one out. It was great. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. It was really, really cool. So that's what I picked up this week. Can't wait to get these books read. I'm going to do Nick at Night later on this week. Let me know what you picked up and what you're looking forward to reading the most. But as always, I appreciate you watching the video. If you haven't yet, go down below and throw me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Not only do I do content here on YouTube, I also do content over on Instagram. So give me a follow over there as well. Happy New Comic Book Day again. We'll see you guys down in the comments.